Hi, my name's David Sheldrick, and today I'm going to show you how I make videos like this.
Oh my God, I'm just playing with them now, yeah.
I used to DOP and direct a lot of music videos before COVID. We followed like a bit of a format to make sure we could film the whole thing in one day. And then after we've sort of shot one location in one way, we'd then move to location 2, we'd do the same thing again, location 3, same thing again. I basically decided to kind of like take this approach when making videos or music videos with Sora. So step 1 is creative. Before we even start assembling anything, we spend a good sort of at least half a day or a day just messing around with different creative directions. One of the best places to, do research or to find new creative is on the explore pages of, for example, Sora. So if you go to the Sora website, you'll see there's a big feed on the homepage of what everyone else is rendering, and you get to see their prompts as well. So this is one of the fastest ways, not only to sort of look at a whole massive variation of creative, but also a very fast way to learn how to prompt. There's two parts to this. There is sort of what I would say the scenes, which is, location 1, location 2, location 3. We're going to leave that for now. But one thing we are going to think about is, what does this world look like? So, is it a period piece? Is it a sci-fi? Is it set in the countryside? Is it set in the Grand Palace? At this point, we are going to essentially do a bit of world building. So I'm going to use ChatGPT to help us with creating the style or the preset. So for this, I put expand this prompt and make it more detailed for use in Sora video rendering as a preset. I have created a little diagram here for you, which basically shows, our style as the whole. So 18th century, Marie Antoinette as like the overall or overarching style. And within that, we have creative 1, creative 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can keep going. So for creative 1, I've got hair and makeup close-ups. Creative 2, shots within sorts of hallways and ballrooms in these sort of like grand palatial rooms. Creative 3, hunting. And then creative 4 are gardens. So in Hampton Court Palace in London, if you've ever been, has a big hedge maze. It's always perfectly cut. So creative 5 is horses. And then creative 6, kintsugi models. So kintsugi is a form of Japanese art where they fix broken pottery using gold. So you see these beautiful sorts of old wares that have been recrafted with gold to fill the cracks. And I thought that's, it's quite beautiful. So next we are moving on to rendering. We've got all of our creatives. We've got our style, just take that style, you go to manage presets and you paste it in here and done. And then you can come back and modify that. I just run this I run each creative many times, and I do chuck in sort of like a second prompt here, which is usually a dance sequence. So here you got close-up of a Korean K-pop model getting her hair and makeup done, wearing a huge 18th century Marie Antoinette wig, white powder makeup. Bold camera shot of ethnically diverse K-pop couture fashion models dancing in unison, dancing in a queen's bedroom, crunk dancing, street dance, dancing with attitude, dynamic dance movement, dynamic music, video, camera work. Next is the music. I usually use artlist.io for my stock music, but the quality is generally really good, or at least for now, much better than AI generated music.
them don't drown, trying to catch this wave. Ain't no stop.
So the first thing that I do is I drag the track in.
Yeah. From the Bay to the A with the baddies in the valley. Had them ran up 6 figures out of Cali till
The assembly is essentially taking all of our footage that we've rendered and we drag it all into the timeline and we create what I call a sausage. A sausage is just all of the footage in one straight line, just to show you kind of like a basic structure that we'll try to stick with, which, you know, is sort of comes from our creative structure that we talked about earlier and I showed you earlier. So I have already dragged all mine in, so you can see here if I quickly scrub through. So what I'll first do is, with these shots that essentially have 2 cuts in them, chop that there. And so we'll listen to the intro one more time. There's the bass hit, right? But this piece of footage is like 3 times longer. So we go into this, Command R, accelerate. Let's try accelerate it 300%. I'm going to trim the front a bit. I want to just make this piece of footage, I want her eyes to just open just as the bass hits. I then want it to go into this macro shot of this girl with the lace gloves. So let's see. Cool. Okay, so I have added a few more in now. I'm just speeding things along now, so I'm not going to do that entire assembly in front of you. That will take 1 or 2 hours. So I've spent sort of another 20-30 minutes just getting more of an assembly in. And yeah, so we have now a few more scenes dropped in. So I'm going to press play. Just from Creative 2, we'll press play, and then I'll show you sort of how the next scenes line up.
You pay me like my name was Sally. Made it, I hopped on the plane to catch a play in the ace. Somebody tell them down, trying to catch this wave. Ain't no stopping me. It's a strong on robbery. They can't do it.
I'm just going to keep on adding in. I'm going to keep on working through these creatives. I'm going to make sure I'm cutting at the drops. Cool, so I have now jumped ahead and I have finished the assembly. It took me about 4 hours in total.
Yeah. From the Bay to the A with the baddies in the valley. Had them ran up 6 figures out of Cali. Tell them F you pay me like my name was Sally. Made then I hopped on the plane to catch a play in the ace. Somebody tell them don't drown, trying to catch this wave. Tell them don't drown, trying to catch this wave. Ain't no stopping me. It's a strong on robbery. It's been many on the patch, had to copy me. But you design on your feet just to walk me. Ain't no stopping me. It's a strong on robbery. They can't do it for me, just to say the least. I'ma get hair rent free and I ain't sign a lease. And you know we blow big bags. Haul in the mall, yeah, we popping them big tags. Make a pro do a whiplash. Here we dripping too hard like we leaning on kickstand. Have you ever blew a couple stacks? Forget that, lost 100 racks. Ain't tripping, no, you get it back. I'm the bounce back kid, I invented that. I don't like your energy, so I'm burning up the sage. And I'm burning bridges to fake friends trying to hate. I came in first place, but still showed up later. Trying to couple 2 dope like someone laced up the bait. Yeah, someone laced up the base. And I ain't gonna play, baby girl, I came to slay. Kill 'em all dead, no face, no kids. Ain't no party till I walked in and turned out the play. Ain't no stopping me. It's a strong